I'm here with Robin Britt, Executive Director of Community Conscience. Robin, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Now, I'm on the board, so I know what Community Conscience is, but for anyone who may not be familiar with it, tell us a little bit about Community Conscience.
Community Conscience owns and operates a building called the Human Services Center in Thousand Oaks. We're a nonprofit, and we provide free rent for 13 human service agencies, and it's all in one location. So someone in need can come to our building and visit multiple agencies just around the corner from each other to get help with lots of different problems. The money that our nonprofits save in rent, they can put right towards their client programs, and the programs are all free for the community. We also provide a referral line. People who are in need of help aren't sure where to get started, they'll call Community Conscience and ask us questions about the different help they need. For instance, I'm having problems paying my rent. We will give them usually 4 or 5 different phone numbers, because when someone's in need, there's usually several layers of problems that need to be solved to help them get back on their feet again.
An organization like Community Conscience seems fairly rare. Are there similar organizations in surrounding communities?
There are some places that have several nonprofits working together in one location, and that's a really great thing because, like I said before, someone who's in need, it's difficult to travel all over a county or a city to find services if you don't have transportation, or you have to pay for transportation and you're low income. So Simi Valley has a building that's in progress, and there's another one in Camarillo. But Community Conscience is the only one that has been able to provide a rent-free situation for our tenants.
And we've been doing that for going on 30 years now.
Exactly.
Free rent is just one of the benefits that's realized by the organizations. That allows them to put more money towards their programs and their clients. But what are some of the other benefits of those groups being in a single location?
We meet with our tenants every other month, and it gives them a chance to talk about what services they're offering and what services are still needed in the community. We also bring in other agencies from the area to network with them during these meetings and just have a roundtable discussion. And almost every meeting, it brings a tear to my eye to hear about the services and how passionate the people that are volunteering and working in our building are about serving the community and really helping as a team with each other.
And they're able to coordinate, right, a lot of their efforts, the individual organizations.
Yes, there's no duplication of services in our building, and it also helps for the community of nonprofits and agencies around us to have a better knowledge of what the services are, so they in turn can customize their services, so we don't have, say, 5 food pantries. You can go to 1 or 2, or places where you can get free clothing. We don't need a whole lot of those. We need 1 or 2 to accommodate the community and really make an impact and reserve all of their resources for where the needs are.
And you said impact. Collectively, the successes realized by those organizations it's incredible. Here's a list of successes from this last year. Collectively, those 13 nonprofit agencies diverted over $250,000 in saved rent to their programs. 39 homeless people were housed. 58 people were rescued from human trafficking. 125 disabled persons received life skills training for independence. 350 people were assisted with employment services. 2,000 vulnerable children, adults, and seniors received regular exercise programs from licensed trainers. 5,000 people received grief support and hospice services. And 5,030 people learned to prevent bullying through kindness and inclusion workshops. So collectively, over 50,000 people are served in that building or through the programs in that building every year. Food security, financial assistance, mental health, parenting education, medical, dental, and legal services. It's amazing the work that's being done there.
It's kind of overwhelming, isn't it?
It is.
I would encourage anyone to contact me and come and have a tour of the building to see how the agencies are working together and get to meet some of the people that are serving there, and also you'll get to see some of the clients. Every day I see people come to our building who are really going through something tough, really struggling, not having the greatest day. And I'm so glad that there's a place for them to come where they can start to put the pieces of their lives back together. And it's just such a great opportunity for the community, the Conejo Valley, to have a building like this. We wish there was one in every city.
Right. And being that connected with all of those social service programs, Community Conscience really becomes a go-to for all social services and human services in the area, even extending beyond the groups that are in the building.
That's true. We're often contacted by community leaders and other nonprofits, even brand new nonprofits, because they know that our charity has a lot of experience in helping nonprofits. I've been with Community Conscience almost 6 years now, and they have invested in my knowledge personally. We are members of the California Lutheran University's Center for Nonprofit Leadership, and they help charities do better at doing good. And we took the Board Leadership Institute with them, which is a 9-month program, and myself and 4 of our trustees, and really learned a lot about best practices in running a nonprofit. Having the knowledge of running a nonprofit has made us kind of a knowledge base for people to contact us and help us put the connections and the dots together.
Yeah, and we become an important part of the solution for a lot of challenges facing the community. For example, recently homelessness has been an important topic here in the area. What is Community Conscience's role in that?
Well, for us, it's not recent. We've been supporting a homeless nonprofit organization, Lutheran Social Services, for over 30 years. So our building still houses the only shower. There's a laundry facility. They can get their mail. They can get a sack lunch. They can get a cup of coffee. They can have case management. They can start down a road of being housed and having a good job, or getting the disability money that they may not be getting now but should be getting. And because of that, because we have a very large population of homeless that visit our building daily to receive those services, and it's been like that for decades. So it's nothing new, this complex problem. Community Conscience is very vested in helping to solve this problem.
So being that type of resource for the community, it's not free. Where does the funding for Community Conscience come from?
Well, that's a great question, Justin. Because we own a building, when we write grants, it's always going to be a capital campaign, and that's usually a little bit more difficult to get a capital campaign grant. We do have a fair market lease agreement with the County of Ventura Human Services Agency. They are on the top floor of our building, and they provide Medi-Cal, CalWIN, CalFresh, formerly known as food stamps, and other benefits that are also free. And they're a great fit for us because people in need those services, and they can refer them to the charities in our building for other problems that they may be facing in their lives. So as far as funding, our big signature event is our Mardi Gras Ball, and you are our Mardi Gras Ball co-chair with Susan Kelly.
Yes, excited, looking forward to that. Save the date, by the way, February 29th, 2020. Why don't you explain the Mardi Gras Ball a little bit?
It starts with a champagne reception with a Dixieland jazz band. There's a wonderful silent auction with really tempting things. And then we go into the ballroom to have a gourmet dinner, a fantastic live auction, very exciting.
Yep.
And then we dance the night away.
And so we're still a few months off from that, but we are reaching out to a few groups now.
That's true. Becoming a major sponsor to the Mardi Gras Ball is a really effective way to get your name out there in the community. We have a lot of perks and a lot of advertising, and please feel free to contact me and I'll give you all the details about that. But it allows you some seats at the Mardi Gras Ball and a really fun night and a fantastic way to advertise your business or just be generous.
Yeah, it's a great event. It's one of the highlights of the year for me, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
I know for about a year you volunteered with us before you joined the board.
Right.
And volunteerism is such an important thing in our community. So many of the nonprofits need volunteers. They need board members. And again, come and have a tour with me, and I'll introduce you to a bunch of amazing charities, and I have a lot of connections. You can learn about Community Conscience and learn about our community as a whole.
Robin, thank you so much for being here and for talking about Community Conscience. If you want to learn more about Community Conscience, visit their website at communityconscience.org.
you.